You're watching TV9 News. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back to your World News. Hope your week is starting off fine. Today, we're going to be looking into the recent events going on in Myanmar/Burma. Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, is a country that has been at civil war since its independence in 1948 from the British. However, as they got independence, the country became unstable because of its diverse groups. Recently, at least 95 Myanmar border guards have fled to the Bangladesh to escape the fighting. So, how did this all start? After Myanmar gained its independence, its new central government, ran by the largest ethnic group in Myanmar, gained a majority power over the ethnic armed organizations, which are pretty much just rebels that are opposed to their central government. Myanmar is a country that has dealt with coups throughout its history. In 2017, a genocide would follow, as the military would kill many of the Rohingya. In 2021, the military came back and overthrew the government to come back to power. You may have seen this viral clip on the internet some time ago of this person dancing in their capital square as their country is getting overthrown. As soon as the military regained power, there was a nationwide crackdown on millions of people opposed to its rule, which led to mass killing in the country. Today, the military is still in power, but now the question is, can they hold on to their power? And how has this all impacted America overall in terms of foreign policy? The United States generally tries to maintain good relations with Myanmar for multiple reasons. The country was and remains a strategically important, one being on the Bay of Bengal and bordering both India and China. Southeast Asia is becoming more strategically important to the United States to counter China. In a report made by the U.S. Embassy in Singapore, released a statement made by the Biden administration. This pretty much says that America will continue to support restoring democracy in Myanmar, along with its Southeast Asian allies. That's all for your World News. I also want to thank you all personally for the amazing support I've been receiving from you all. It truly helps us keep us motivated to make more of these segments. Now have a good day. And also sign up for Exiles.
And now, here are today's announcements from the TV9 studio.
Boys and girls track and field begins today. All boy and girl tracksters should change and meet in the comments by 3:45. Let's go!
Hey everybody, Mrs. Spidell here. I just wanted to update you on a few things with prom coming up with the spring weather. There's some things you're going to want to know. So one thing I've been hearing a lot about is, can we park in visitor parking from students? Because we're visitors. Actually, you're not. You're students and you belong here. You're not visiting. So students do not park in visitor parking. Now that winter is over, you are able to see on the ground where the visitor parking is. If you park there, you will get a ticket. Please don't park there. Okay, thank you. Number two, more and more we're hearing like students are just sneaking out of class a few minutes early. So if you do that, it is something called being unauthorized on school grounds. So it's a safety thing. We have to know where you are. If we had some type of emergency all of a sudden and we don't know where you are, your families are going to be very angry at us, as they should be, and you are unauthorized in the school where you shouldn't be. We have conversations about that, and then we issue tickets for that. Please don't do that. It's not worth it. Stay in class until the bell rings and avoid that. Okay, third thing, if you have an open hour, 7th hour in particular, if you are coming back during 7th hour at some point, you must check in through door 1. Again, it's a safety thing. We don't expect that you're in the building and you come back and you are in the building, we don't know to look for you if there's some type of emergency. So you must come in through door 1, not door 20 down by the gym. Thank you. And finally, prom. That's the last thing we're going to talk about. It is dependent if you are in good standing on a number of things. So number one, you cannot have any AODA issues. That means alcohol or other drugs, including vapes. Even like a nicotine vape is illegal on school grounds. So you can't have had any of those within the last 60 days before prom. If you want to know when the prom date is, look it up and subtract 60 days because we're there now. If you've had anything previous to then, that's a conversation we can have, and you should be okay as far as good standing goes, unless we've told you otherwise. The other thing is if you have been to Rise, then you are, and if you are currently on a contract, usually like there's a 3-week contract where we have conversations and just see how we can help. That is something we would need to talk about as well as far as being in good standing. You cannot have been suspended for any reason 60 days prior to prom. If you have been, that is absolutely a conversation and probably not in good standing. And finally, actually there's 2 more things. Everybody's been getting these emails about fines and fees. If you or your family is getting an email that's saying that you owe fines or fees, and you look at an infant campus and you say, it says 0, how can I have fines and fees? Please talk to your administrator. We are having a glitch in the system where the central office, the business office, sends something out to everybody in the school district, and all these fees are popping up from like 5th grade or 7th grade that have nothing to do with high school. We can talk about that, and you don't necessarily have those fees, which is why it's showing a 0. So, and then the last piece is attendance. Attendance is really, really important. So if you want to take a look yourself, please do. It's going to show up if you have unexcused absences. It shows up as a red, kind of a U shape on your side of things. It looks a little different when we look at it. You cannot have excessive unexcused absences. So by state law, you get to be gone 10 days per year. You get 10 occurrences per year. After that, technically you're considered truant by the state. So if you have more than that, if you have a bunch of unexcused absences, if you have a bunch of tardies, you need to be checking in with your administrator to make sure that you are in good standing. Because there are 600 plus juniors and seniors who could be going potentially to prom, we cannot possibly check in with all of you. If you have a question, please come check in with us. And please don't wait till the last minute. Start working on those things, those questions now before we even get to spring break, so that you know if you're in good standing, and if you're not, if there's a way that you can get into good standing, because we want you to go to prom and we want you to have a great time. It's a really cool event. So any questions, reach out to any of the administrators. We can help you in any way that you need. Remember parking, remember the unauthorized. Have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you for watching TV9 News. Have a great day.